Hello, you beautiful souls. I'm glad you found your way to my yoga practice video. Let's have fun together and thank yourself for taking this time to appreciate your body, your mind, and your soul. Let's begin this class in a seated position. Gently close your eyes and make yourself comfortable. Round yourself into the earth. Feel the connection between your sitting bones, the mat, and the earth. Feel the air around you and inhale it with gratitude. Once you arrived in that present moment, the moment where you experience what is now, the breath, the sensations, the sound around you, deeply breathe in and out. Inhale through your nostrils into your belly, so the belly expands. And exhale from the belly through your nostrils. Let go of everything what doesn't serve you here and now. It's an honor for me to guide you through the practice. So let's begin. Ground yourself deeper, and with the next inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky. Inhale and exhale, bring them in front of your heart. And slowly bring your hands on your knees. Take one more breath in here. And the next exhalation, just move your head to the left side, to the right side, back to center, and some circles. Move from the right side down to the left side, doing a half circle, back to the right side, and one more round. Feeling the stretch along the throat. And back to the right side. Come back into center. And let's do the same on the back. Half circles on the back to the right side. And to the left side. Continue in your own pace. Back to center. And now rotate your hands in any direction, any movement which feels good for you. Again, lift your arms up. Interlace your fingers this time. And stretch towards the sky. get long in your sides. And with the next exhalation, lean to the left. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale to the left side. Lengthen through the sides. And exhale, come back to center. One more deep stretch. Inhale. And exhale, release your hands on the ground. Take your left hand and place it on the right knee. And lift your left arm up and bring it backwards behind your sitting bones. Now with every inhale, lift and lengthen, and with every exhalation, go deeper into the stretch. Now lift your right arm up, bring it with the other palm to the left knee, and lengthen your left arm and bring it to the back. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to deepen into the stretch. A few more breaths here. And come back, lift your left arm up and bring it down to the knees. From here, we're going to move our upper body in circles, going forward and backwards with a round spine, and forward, lengthen, open up the chest, and backwards, round your spine, look to your belly button. Repeat some more circles in your own pace. Inhale, going forward, and exhale, going back. Let's change the direction. Move intentionally back and forth. One more time. And come back to center. Now place your left hand on the ground and lift your right hand up and over your head. Lengthen through your right side. Look towards the sky. And inhale, lift up. As you exhale, go down on the other side. This time, lengthen through the left side of the body. Look up. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale into prayer position. Stay here for a moment. Now from here, let's come up to the front of our mat. Standing upright with the feet closed or hip-width apart. Bend your knees slightly and pull your kneecap up. Pull your shoulders back and forth. Inhale, stretch your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, slowly bend your upper body forward over your thighs, placing the hands on the mat. Inhale to come halfway up, lengthen the back. And exhale, go back down, bend your knees and jump your feet to the back of the mat to come into plank position. And exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your shoulders, head and chest off your mat, coming into Cobra. Look to the left and right and tuck the toes under and lift your hips up to our first downward facing dog. Press the floor away from you as you lift through your pelvis and slowly begin to walk your dog. Sink your heels towards the floor, relax your head and gaze in between the knees or the navel. Now inhale, bend the knees, look forward and jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway up and exhale, forward bend. From here, slowly come up, lift your arms towards the sky and exhale, come down into forward bend. And from here, step back to a downward facing dog. Again, walk your dog here. And inhale, come into a plank and to an upward facing dog. And again back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up and bend it behind you to open up the hips. Straighten the leg back again and bring the right leg in between your hands. Bring your left knee towards the floor, flatten your foot, and inhale. Lift yourself up, lift your arms up towards the ceiling. Go deeper into the stretch and come back to the mat. Tuck the toe under and bring your right leg up again into three-legged dog and back into a downward facing dog. Coming into a plank, chaturanga and cobra. Look up, look to the right, the left, and inhale back into downward facing dog. Just walk your dog here, take some breaths. And inhale, lift your left leg up and bend it behind. Open up your hips, look through your armpit and lift it back up and bring it in between your hands. Lower the right knee, flatten the right foot and lift your arms up. Look towards your fingers, lengthen your body and exhale. Bring your palms towards the mat, tuck the toe under and come into a downward facing dog. Look forward, bend the knees and jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen through the upper body and exhale into a forward bend. Inhale, lift your arms up. Keep the upper arms close to the ears and push your pelvis slightly forward. And exhale, lower your hands in between your heart. Inhale, arms up. And breathe out, bend forward from the waist, keeping the spine erect, and bring the hands down to the floor besides the feet. Breathe in, come halfway up, lengthen your back, and breathe out, jump or step back to the end of the mat into a plank. One inhale here, strong core. And slowly come into an upward facing dog. And exhale, come back into a downward facing dog. Press the floor away from you as you lift through the pelvis. Bring your knees on the floor, coming into tabletop position and extending the hands to the top of the mat, and slowly bring the upper body towards the mat. Your chin touches the mat, and breathe in and out. Stay here for a couple of breaths. And from here we are moving into Sphinx pose. Push your pubic bone towards the earth, press firmly into the legs and press the tops of your feet onto the mat and engage your kneecaps. Lift the upper body, breathe and hold. Tuck your toes under and come into a forearm plank position. Engaging the core. Lift the right leg, lift the left leg, and again right, left. Keep a strong core while lifting your legs. And slowly come into a dolphin pose. If you have the mobility in your legs, start to walk the feet towards your elbows. Make sure you continue pressing the chest back as you do this. Press down into the forearms and press into the elbows to lift your shoulders away from your ears. And slowly step back into plank and lower down for a cobra position. Stretch your arms out and turn your fingers towards your body so you can feel a nice stretch alongside your inner arm. Breathe into that stretch. From here, bring your right arm to the right side. Open up through your left side and bend your left knee and bring it next to the right knee. And just feel the positive effect this stretch has for yourself, for your body, and for your mind. And come back with the front side of your body to the mat and continue by doing the same thing on the other side, stretching out the left arm and open up through the right side, bending the right leg, connecting with your body, connecting with your heart. And slowly return and come onto your back. Connect with the earth and embrace the present moment. Squeeze up your legs towards your chest. Appreciate yourself for being here in this moment. Letting go of all thoughts that are now serving you longer. Now grab your knees and do some circles with your legs in one side then the other. Circle in your own pace. and lower down your feet on the mat. Bring your arms alongside your body and lift your hips up to come into a bridge. Press the inner feet down actively and keep the knees from spreading out wide by engaging the inner thighs. Lengthen your tailbone, slide your shoulder blades down your back and keep your neck neutral. If this is enough for you, just stay in this pose. Otherwise, come into a full bridge pose. By bending the elbows and bringing the palms of the hands overhead, placing them underneath your shoulders with the fingertips pointing towards your feet. Inhale and press down into your palms and your feet as you lift your shoulders and hips up off the floor. Bring the crown of your head to the mat and making sure not to put too much weight on the neck. To come down, tuck your chin into your chest and lower down slowly. Squeeze your legs one more time very close towards your chest. And bring the soles of your feet together to open up the knees to the sides. Letting go completely to the gravity. And back together. Let them fall apart and bring them back together. Repeat this movement a few more times. And don't forget to breathe. Lying on your back, inhale both knees into your chest. Bring the arms through the inside of the knees and hold onto the foot thumb. Tuck the chin into the chest with the head on the floor. Press the sacrum and the tailbone down into the floor as you press the heels up and pull back with the arms. Bring the legs together and stretch them out by keep holding the foot thumb with the fingers. The legs doesn't have to be fully stretched, just keep them bended if necessary. If you like, lift up your head and try to bring your upper body towards your legs. Just do whatever feels right for you now. And don't feel the urge to stretch your legs fully. The moment will come, but you need to start slowly. Come out of this pose by bringing the foot down the mat. Coming into Dandasana by stretching the legs out and sitting in an upright position. Take a deep inhale and lift your arms up towards the sky. Inhale and draw your spine up long. As you exhale, begin to come slowly forward. On each inhale, lengthen your spine, and on each exhale, deepen it into your forward bend. Bring your belly closer to your thighs. Hold for about 1 minute here and continue to breathe into that stretch. And slowly come back up, straighten your back. And come to a seated position. Now inhale, lift your arms and twist to the right side, turning the body to the right side. And lift your arms horizontal above the mat. And back to center, lift your arms up and turn around to the left side. And again here, lift your arms. And back to center, lift your arms up and bring your palms in front of your heart. Now let's come slowly onto your back for the resting pose Shavasana. Make yourself comfortable here. Relax your shoulders and pelvis. Loosen your jaw muscles and just let your jaw sag. Relax your forehead. Feel the thinking, expression, and concentration wrinkles on your forehead, especially the area between your eyebrows. And let go until all of this becomes gentle and soft. Allowing yourself to fully trust the surface you are lying on. You are in a safe place lying here. You cannot fall. Nothing bad can happen. With each inhalation, experience a sense of expansion, openness in the body, and with each exhalation, a feeling of relaxation and peacefulness. Every time you exhale, let go of any tension in your muscles. As you are lying here, breathing, notice the aliveness in your body, the blood flowing into your veins, your heart beating, your breath slow and long, calm. Scan your body and maybe notice any sensation of warmth, of tingling in different areas of your body. Maybe in your hands, in your feet. Allowing your body to be just as it is, and allowing yourself to be just as you are. You are whole and complete, perfect, breathing, and alive. Slowly start bringing movement to your body. Move your hands. Make any movement your body needs to wake up. Roll into your favorite side and pillow your head with your arms, allowing prana energy to flow through your body again. We end this class with full gratitude. Namaste.